Hi guys, welcome to another video. Happy Friday the 13th because, well, it's Friday the 13th currently as I'm recording this. So obviously I've been a little MIA. It's been, according to YouTube, 3 weeks since I've last posted a video. There's honestly like no excuse for it. Like, I tried filming some stuff. I had some videos set aside that I was ready to post and then didn't. It wasn't like my best work per se, not like work, but it wasn't like my best material, wasn't my best content that I could show you guys or put out to you guys, post to you guys, however you want to say it. So before I go any further and start running my mouth, because I'm like super excited to actually do this and super excited to tell you guys my first ever story time. Well, kind of story time. This is going to be a little chit chat, get ready with me. I see these videos done a lot and I feel pretty comfortable doing this. I might want to give you guys a little heads up. I am not the best when it comes to makeup. I just simply like do what I can with what I can, and hopefully it like turns out good. So as you guys are familiar with these rose water, which I am absolutely obsessed with, I talked about in the previous video. I believe it was like my 10 favorite makeup products that I like to use. This was my number one. I'm pretty sure I put this as number one. If it's not number one, then it's definitely number one now. Pretty much that's all I do. I just spray this all over my face. I'm gonna have to need more. I've been doing my makeup like twice in like one day, sometimes more often than I normally do. My closet door is open, which is like a little weird, a little freaky, but whatever. I have so much that you guys need to be caught up on. I don't even know where to start, so I'm just gonna start at some point. You guys are going to be getting more videos from me. I'm going to be having a set schedule of when I'm going to be posting, what I'm going to be posting, what material, what content. If any events are coming up, such as 420 for example, that's going to be vlogged, and of course that's going to be posted. Because, you know, I like to share my experiences with you guys. I like sharing my experiences in general. So I recently added the link to my channel on my YouTube. The link is in the bio. It was really weird for me. I only post about my channel on like my Twitter. I don't do it on my Snapchat. I don't do it on my Instagram. Mainly because there are people from high school that follow me. I probably do not follow them back for obvious reasons, because I just don't fuck with people like that. But I don't put it on there because there are people from high school and there are people that know me, and I really didn't want to deal with possible like ridiculement and then, you know, them making fun of me like, oh my god, you're just like every other fucking basic person out there wanting to start a channel, yada yada yada. Like, I was not ready to do or deal with any of those things, so I decided to like not do that. And then I had a conversation with my friend, and she told me, like, you know, what's the worst that could happen? Like, these people find out that you don't like them, they find out why you don't like them, and shit like that. But basically, in a nutshell, she was pretty much telling me that like I shouldn't care. I recently just added the link into my Instagram bio. I do get some looks at my profile. I do have like a, you know, a decent average amount of following and stuff like that. So you know what, if people are interested, they're gonna watch it. If not, it's okay. Like, my feelings aren't hurt, you know. If somebody won't, somebody else will. So that's pretty much how I view things. So the reason why I did it is because, I mean, she's right. Like, who gives a shit? Like, who really does? Like, these people, some of these people I haven't talked to in like years, and they're probably gonna have, you know, their opinions on what my version of the story is, what my truth is, which is fine, which is whatever. We're all inclined to believe whatever it is that, you know, we want to believe, you know. But I'm telling you guys this right now, like, any time in the future or anything at all, when I share my experiences, when I share my stories, it's you guys need to take this into perspective, because obviously this is going to be from my point of view. I'm going to project it from how I feel. By the way, this is wine all up on my shirt, like red wine that did not wash out, in case you guys are wondering. It is my truth. It's how I feel. It's what happened in my point of view and my perspective. So, I mean, if they were to be like, that's not what happened, you know, I didn't really do that, and da 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 da. Like, if they, you know, say that what I said is false, again, this is all in perspective. They probably feel the situation, they probably think differently of the situation than I do, which is common. I'm totally prepared for that, because again, it's all in perspective. But yeah, so what you guys can expect is a couple of new segments. I have 3 segments in mind that I want to do, that I want to start. I will not say 2 of them because they are kind of tied together, but I'm going to tell you guys one of them. So I used to work out a lot. Like, I used to work out like every single day. I was just on it. Like, I was really into the gym. I went, like I said, every single day. I was doing the whole protein thing. I was squatting with weight. I was deadlifting. Like, I was absolutely, you know, involved in the gym, you know, getting strong so that way I could beat these bitches up. But yeah, I was really into it. And then I started working at Amazon. I got a second job, and then that just all just like kind of went to crap, and then I stopped going to the gym as often. So as a result, I just stopped going altogether, and I was pretty much paying monthly $15 for a gym that I wasn't going to. And so I didn't want to end my membership, didn't want to end my contract, didn't want to end my membership, so I kept paying for it, because I knew that eventually I was going to go back to the gym. And for my particular gym, they don't really do like day passes or anything like that. Like, they have like the free day passes, but they don't have the typical like, oh, you pay like $8 or $10 and you go work out at the gym and, you know, you could call it a day. It's more like you're either committed or you're not. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. That's just how the gym goes. In case you guys are wondering, I go to Fitness Evolution. But yeah, so it wasn't like I didn't want to, you know, I don't see myself paying, you know, $8, you know, for a gym session I'm going to be at for like 2 hours. I don't really see it worth it. At all, and I don't really want to go to another gym. I don't want to switch gyms. I like the gym that I have. They have the materials and the machines and stuff that I need for what I want to accomplish. So why leave something that's giving you what you asked for, what you want, you know what I mean? So I kept the gym membership, and I decided that, you know, if I really want to go further in what I want to do, I need to stay in shape. I need to be consistent. I need to, you know, stay on top of it, and stay on top of my health, stay on top of my fitness. And, you know, I know when I was going to the gym, I felt my best. You know, I was looking my best. I felt my best. I was super confident. I'm confident now, but I was really, really confident with me going to the gym. So, you know, again, I decided to go back to the gym, and I started on a particular date. I will not tell you guys what the date is, but just keep in mind that I'm going to be doing monthly progress on my fitness. I will not do like vlog me going to the gym. I'm not gonna have my friend come with me and vlog me working out, because honestly, I don't know, I just feel like that's super distracting for other people that go to the gym. I know I find it distracting. If you guys are interested in the workouts that I do, I also do home exercises, and there are other alternative exercises that you can do to achieve if your goal is similar to mine. And in case you guys don't know or want to know, my goal is to have a flat stomach and a big butt. I'm not shy about it. Speaking of the gym, I got a quick little story for you guys. It is going to be like my first story that I'm telling, so, you know, bear with me if it seems like it's all out of the place. But there is this guy, and we are gonna call him Jason. Okay, so there's this guy, and his name's Jason. And I used to go to school with him. I actually went to school with him starting in the 6th grade. I don't know if he would remember that far, but I definitely, most definitely remember him. And everybody in elementary knew each other then. And even when we went to middle school, you know, we all still knew each other. I live in a small town, so like everybody freaking knows everybody at this point. And anyway, fast forward, this is like last year, I believe. Yeah, it was like last year. And I don't know what I was doing. I think I was like on Instagram, just like totally BSing, you know, not really on there for like any particular reason. Like I wasn't on there to post. I wasn't really on, like I was just there just literally just to BS. And normally I don't add people, like meaning I don't follow people. I just don't. I mean, sometimes I'll do, like if it's somebody that I know like really well, but I don't follow strangers. I don't follow people I'm not all that way familiar with, or you know, I just don't do that. Like I just rather avoid that, especially after recent experiences that I went through. I just choose not to. This would be different though. If you guys were to follow me, that's different. You know, you guys, you know, that's like a sign of support. I'm pretty sure you guys aren't freaking following me to creep me out or anything like that. So I was just moseying through, and I was looking through the suggested friends that they had, you know, listed, as you guys know, on Instagram if you have one. And Jason appeared as a suggested friend. Now, I have a type when it comes to guys. I usually like them muscly and you know, just like, I don't know, like I just like them, you know, like those little muscle buff dudes, you know, clear faced and all of that. So I saw this dude on there, and I was like, what the hell? Like, okay, he cute, you know, but his profile was private. I remember him from high school, like said high school, middle school, and even elementary school. I remember him, but I never really had like much conversation with him. In all honesty, he was like one of those like cool kids that like didn't even look my fucking way. So yeah. And I did something ballsy, which I totally regret. I would never do this again, and this is exactly why I don't do this shit. But I decided to follow him on Instagram. Okay, now the reason why is because I had full intentions on talking to this dude. Like I was interested, he caught my attention, yada yada yada, and he followed me back. His profile was on private, mine wasn't. Mine was public. And he followed me back, and it was all good, whatever. Like nothing much happened. It was just, you know, just like whatever. Like we were just two people that just so happened to follow each other. Now, I think he liked my picture and then commented on my Instagram story. I'm not too sure. I just know for a fact that he commented on my Instagram story. And I was super excited. I played it off for a bit, you know, I didn't open it, whatever, but I was super excited because, you know, my little plan worked. Like I followed him, and, you know, I was interested enough, and he hit me up. Like that's what it was. So I was like, okay. So then finally, after like 30 minutes or whatever, I don't even know, it could have been less, but I know I didn't answer like right away, even though I was already on Instagram. Like it was clear I was active on Instagram. But so I opened up the message, and he's like, oh, he says something. I don't know what it was. I think he said something like, oh, that looks cool, or something like that. And then it wasn't until like the next time he commented on my Instagram story, where he was like, I'm assuming you're not coming up. Oh shit. And it was when he commented on my Instagram story where he said that it looks cute, or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. We ended up like talking, whatever, and then he ended up getting like my Snapchat. So I was like, okay. So I gave him my Snapchat. We followed each other on Snapchat. We were talking for a bit, yada, yada, yada. And this dude, like I was watching his stories and stuff like that. Like I honestly was interested in like getting to know him as a person, because I saw that he did YouTube. Like he has a YouTube channel. And so I thought like, oh my God, like, you know, this is totally cool. Like we have something to bond over, because at that time I was also starting my YouTube channel. So I figured, you know, maybe he could give me some pointers on what he does and stuff like that, since he seemed to know what he was doing. I checked out his channel and everything. So I figured, you know, okay, we're just gonna exchange, you know, some tips, whatever, and that would be kind of cool. Like, we could bond over that. And then as we started talking, you know, I thought, at least I thought, we had some things in common. But whatever, like, that obviously was not the case. So as eventually time went on, whatever, and he was like, yeah, do you live in, you know, in this town, whatever? And I said, yeah. And he's like, I do too. Turns out he goes to freaking Fitness Evolution. Sure as hell, I did actually see him at the gym. Now, here was like my warning sign from the jump. Here's where I should have known that this dude was just freaking trash, okay? Because when we mentioned about, you know, the whole gym thing, I was like, oh, that's, you know, that's cool. Like, we go to the same gym, whatever. It just so happened to come up. And he was like, oh, he's like, I think I've seen you there a couple of times. And I was like, yeah, probably. You know, if you catch me around these times, probably you have. And he was like, well, now that I know you go there, he's like, I'll stop, you know, I'll stop and say hi, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And he was like, but if you see me at the gym and I don't say anything, it's nothing towards you. It's just I'm so into working out at that moment. It's like, okay, like, that's kind of fucked up, but okay, like, at least you're honest enough to say it, whatever. And so I was like, oh, okay, no problem, you know, I get it, you know, I get in the zone too, yada yada yada, whatever. I'm not gonna lie, at some point, like, our conversations were pretty boring. Like, they lost, like, interest, but because I was so stupid and so intent on trying to get to know this guy, that didn't, yeah, it didn't play out the way it did. So eventually, as two consenting adults do, we eventually talked about hooking up. In all honesty, that's what it eventually came down to. And I was like, okay. So he was telling me things like any other classic stupid fuckboy does. He was telling me how, you know, how attractive I was and all this other stuff, like trying to feed into my ego. Kudos, thank you. But he was like basically feeding into my ego, telling me how attractive I was, you know, how like nice my butt was and all this other shit. Yada yada yada, bullshit. And how he would make my ass clap and and how he would hit this all night and da 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 da, you know what I mean? Like, basically like talking himself up. Now, my friend once told me, and this is about the realest shit I can ever like agree with in life. If you have to talk about it, if you're confident in yourself and your skills, whatever, you don't need to brag about it. You don't need to brag about it. You don't need to talk about it. You just don't need to do you don't need to do the fucking most, okay? And that's what this dude was doing. Like, he was really playing himself up. He was basically saying like, oh yeah, I'm all this, da 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 da. Like, this dude literally said he was gonna make my ass clap. Okay, wait for it. So eventually, Jason's all, oh, you should come over and, you know, we should, you know, hook up, whatever. So I was like, okay. Turns out this dude like lived like a couple minutes away from me, like literally like almost down the street, but not really. It's like down the street and around the corner, and then you walk a little bit and boom, his house was there. So let me tell you guys what happened with that night. So it's all set, whatever. I'm like, okay, I'm already showered, and I go over, I walk over, which was like warning sign number one. If he can't even pick you up or whatever, at least offer to pick you up, you know, like, granted, like, it was like a short distance, but like, still, you know what I mean? Like, no. I shouldn't even have walked over there, to be honest. But I walked over there. He sneaks me into his house because I'm assuming like his parents are asleep somewhere. That's a warning flag number two. And then we go upstairs. Like, granted, I'll give him credit, he did look really nice that night. You know, he definitely played up like his good parts, like his body, which is all he had. He took me upstairs to his room, whatever, and we were just like chilling in the dark, whatever, and we had like that bullshit ass small talk that I honestly, like, I don't even see why people still do that. Like, even like then I was wondering, I was like, why are you even talking? Like, we both know what I'm here for. Realistically, like, that's what I was thinking. Like, what the fuck? And like, why are we having pointless talk? And so, you know, we get to it, whatever. he didn't do like shit for me. Like, you know how usually, when you warm each other up, she does her deal, he does his deal. He didn't do that, which was warning flag number 2, but me being a fair person, I did my part. And then it comes down to the action. Here comes the climax, or lack thereof. Okay, so he asked me if, we should use a condom. Yes. Okay, so all right, cool. He was nice enough to, say anything before I had to. So I was like, okay, cool. So he gets it on, whatever. I'm laying on my stomach. It's not gonna get like completely TMI, because I guarantee you, like, you're gonna, like, when I say, you guys are gonna be like, okay, like, is that it? I'm on my stomach, whatever. He starts going from the back. Like, I'm like literally laying on my stomach, not like doggy or anything. I'm just laying on my stomach. And he's doing his business, whatever. Like, he's, you guys can only guess. And then I want to say like 4 or 5 minutes later, that was it. That was it. Like, there was no switching, there was no nothing. Like, that was literally it. And I kind of knew before he even said anything that, like, he was done, because you could just, I don't know, you could just kind of tell. Like, he just kind of had that moment where it was like he paused. He like flops over on the side next to me, and he was like, did you have fun? Or like, did you like it? Or something stupid like that. And I was just like, yeah. Like, I shouldn't have lied. Like, first of all, like, don't ever, like, I told my girlfriends about it, and they were like, why did you even lie? Like, why would you feed into his ego like that? True. But yeah, I like lied, and I was like, yeah, that was cool, like, okay. And then he was saying like, oh, I'm really tired, and and just started making him excuses, like, pretty much like that sign to get the fuck out of my house. Like, in all honesty, like, that's what it was. Like, I don't care if he didn't mean it that way. I don't care if that wasn't his intention. That's how I took it, and that's like pretty much what he said. Like, he was saying like, oh, I have to work in the morning, and like, mind you, I have to work too. Okay, like, you were the only one. But anyways, so I was like, okay, whatever. So I excused myself. He walked me downstairs, walked me out the door, whatever. And then he was all, oh, message me when you're home. And I was like, okay, like, that's courteous of you to want to make sure I get home okay. Like, all right, I can deal with that. You got a little bit of points for that. Not much, but a little bit. And so I'm walking home, and I was just like, dude, this is like fucking terrible. Like, this was a waste of my time. Like, that's literally how I felt. Like, it was just a waste of my time. I felt completely like degraded, completely disrespected, because like you couldn't even like look at me during the whole thing, you know what I mean? So like, there was that factor, and it was just like, I don't know, like, I just felt like a freaking idiot, because again, like, it was just a waste of my time. And so I get home, and I message him, and I was like, hey, I'm home. He was all, yeah, sorry I had to end so early, I'm super tired, and I had to go to work, and blah 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 blah, yada yada yada, and whatever like bullshit ass line that he said. I don't remember. I don't think I have the messages anymore, because I just wanted to delete that terrible ass experience from my mind, in all honesty. So yeah, so what does that story have to do with why I'm telling it? Like, it's not just another story time. I actually ended up seeing him yesterday, and again, this is Friday the 13th. This video probably won't go up till tomorrow, being a Saturday. But yeah, I ended up seeing him yesterday. He was at the gym behind the counter, and it was really weird to see him, because I went like really late. Like, I went around 7:30. And I don't know, I've been to the gym around that time, and he's like never been there. And like, from what I remember, I don't remember him ever saying that he goes to the gym that late. So I was like really surprised to see him. I actually saw him before I even walked in the door. I was like, oh shit, here we go. He's behind the thing, and I have to freaking see him, because I have to scan my stupid barcode just to freaking work out the gym or whatever. So you know, I was like, fuck it. So I just sucked up my freaking pride and freaking walked in there. I think he said hi to me. I don't freaking remember. Like, not that I don't remember. I'm not too sure. Like, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna scan my barcode and leave. I was not up to have BS small talk on, you know, whatever, you know. I don't think that he would even like give me the decency or the respect enough to even try to have a conversation with me, and I don't blame him because I wouldn't want to have one with him anyways. Like that was just like, guys, it was so bad. Like, honestly, that just went down as like the worst in history. And if he's watching this, or if he does happen to watch this and he picks up that it's about him, like, sorry dude, like, I didn't want to hurt your feelings or anything, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna have some shit to say about me, like, oh, well, you know, you weren't necessarily a cherry on top of the tree either. It doesn't matter, bro. Like, it doesn't change the fact of your performance. It doesn't change how I felt afterwards. It doesn't change anything. Like, that was absolutely terrible. Like, you were completely disrespectful. Granted, I allowed it, but the fact that you even did it, you know what I mean? Like, it was just absolutely disrespectful. But it's all good. So yeah, I actually ended up seeing him at the gym while I was there, and yeah, it was not like the most enjoyable experience. I did my business and I left. I didn't say hi, bye, nothing. I did not give a damn. I am more than like glad to like not ever like speak to him again. I don't have any intentions on speaking to him again. I unfollowed him off of Instagram, deleted him off of Snapchat because, again, just a terrible experience. He still does follow me on Instagram. Good for him. But I don't follow him because I don't follow pieces of shit like that. So I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, usually whenever I do my wings, like, they're always gonna be like slightly crooked. They are never absolutely perfect. Either one is good and the other one isn't, or you know what I mean. But yeah, so here we go. I know I look a little white right now. Trust that I'm not gonna stay that way. I am gonna contour my face, but just let me get to that second. Okay, good morning everybody. So obviously I did not end the video right yesterday. You guys gonna be hearing my GPS.
Turn right onto Driscoll Avenue.
Yeah, you guys gonna be hearing my GPS because obviously I'm driving home. But I did not end the video properly yesterday.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto N Street.
I got a phone call that I totally forgot to edit. I just finished up my makeup. I don't even have pictures of what my makeup looked like. So I don't know. Hopefully you guys just enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed getting ready with me. And hopefully you enjoyed my little pitiful ass, terrible ass story. So
turn right onto N Street.
Y'all have a good day. Bye, bitches.